When is it too early to ask someone out after meeting them? And then they gave an example. For example, I met a woman today in the park and we were chatting for about a good amount of time, probably 10 to 15 minutes. It was great vibes all around and we seemed to have a number of shared interests and connections. At the end of the conversation, I suggested we grab a coffee and then she gave me her number. Awesome. How soon is too soon? Well, I'll first say that if a woman openly gave you her number and then it sounds like she actually responded to this individual, then it wasn't too soon. Don't ever knock what works. But honestly, I think, okay, if we're talking about in person, 5 minutes, 10 minutes at most at times, especially if it's in an environment that's outside of a bar or nightlife where people are expected to connect and be a little lingering and longer. If you were to meet somebody out in the real world, like this person at a park, at a coffee shop, anything like that, odds are 5 or 10 minutes is all they need to feel like, cool, this person can vibe with me well, and they seem interesting enough to want to get to know more. That's the key, is not we need to be like soulmates and we need to figure it out and this guy needs to be perfect right now, but rather, again, do I feel enough of a vibe that we can hang out and have a good time? And is there enough that I feel like I want to uncover more about this person? We've shared some laughs. I got to know a little bit about them. So that's about it. I don't think you need much more than that. If we're talking about online, my rule of thumb is the very first set of exchanges or the next. So literally the first day that you guys are messaging or the very next day is plenty of time. Because again, if whether somebody gave you their number or they're meeting you from online dating, their intention in their mind is, hey, I'm on this platform or I'm messaging this person because we want to see if we have enough of a vibe to go on a date and explore this further. They don't need to know that you are 100% it before then. They just want to feel like this is good enough to meet up. It feels fun, positive. We can riff, we can get along. It's not awkward. It's not really like uncomfortable to talk to this person. So my rule of thumb is move things faster than slower. Again, messaging, first set of exchanges, maybe a handful back and forth, or at very most the next day. And right now that might mean inviting them to the next step of like a phone call or a video call, but you should definitely escalate that forward. Otherwise, no woman that's actually interested in you texting just wants to sit on text for hours and hours and hours or days and days and days, unless she's not actually interested in meeting up with somebody or she's got something else going on. But even then I'd want to know. So at least you're like, hey, I want to meet up, and give the person a chance to say, I need a little bit more time generally getting to know someone. But the vast majority will move quicker than that. So in person, 5-10 minutes of real good conversation, especially if it's not out of a bar where they're expected to hang out for a while. Text messages, first or second day of exchange is at the very longest. Somebody said, strike when the iron's hot is what I've been told. Absolutely right, man. That's a great way to think about it because, again, you want to play off that emotional connection, right? If you guys are having fun and you're in the moment and you're laughing and you're sharing joy, that's what people need to feel like, I want to see somebody again. And you don't want to wait till that peters down where conversation's kind of winding down. You guys are like, so do you want to hang out? You kind of want to hit it on that high point.